Tom, you ready? Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is the Board of Trustees regular meeting. It's October 11th, 2016. It is 7:33 on the dot. This is meeting 2016-18. Please take the roll.
Trustee Stalker?
Here.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Here.
Trustee Desmond?
Here.
Trustee Carberry?
Here.
Trustee Vorder?
Here.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
We have a quorum.
Thank
And
you.
could I briefly make a
Yes.
comment? Our village clerk, Jane Quinlan, is at the annual Municipal Clerks of Illinois Conference down in Springfield this week, just furthering her education. As she is such a great clerk, she learns quite a bit every time she attends these conferences and brings that information back to us, which is of great information to have.
And we are lucky to have an excellent deputy village clerk. Chris, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, Chris.
Let's stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Chris, I'm told we have no public comments.
Right.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you. Does anyone have a conflict to disclose with any item on tonight's agenda? Hearing none, we're going to move on to item 5, which is the approval of the meeting minutes for the closed meeting minutes, 2016-09, dated September 13th, 2016. May I have a motion on item 5, please?
Motion. Motion to approve.
Thank you. Properly moved by trustee Vorder, seconded by trustee Desmond. Any discussion? Let's take that vote.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item 6 tonight is approval of the meeting minutes, regular meeting minutes, 2016-17, dated September 27th, 2016. May I have a motion on item 6, please?
Motion approved.
Thank you. Properly moved by trustee Oliniechek,
Second.
seconded by trustee Desmond. Any discussion here? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. 7 tonight is new business by village trustees. We're going to start over in District 1 today, Tim.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one quick thing. Before I came up here tonight, I got a phone call from a bit upset about a letter he received saying he didn't get a village sticker for his car when he did. He had, luckily he had a receipt and he was able to bring that in. And he was upset that, that he actually had to come back in to prove that he actually did something. I explained to him that I also got a letter from the village about saying my vehicle didn't have a sticker, which thankfully I also had the receipt and I was able to prove it. There seemed to be some miscommunication between the state and the village, and just so people understand, this came about, during. With the intention of possibly eliminating village stickers completely. And hopefully, maybe later on during your report, Mary, you can go into it a little more detail.
Yeah.
But, the gentleman was upset, and rightly so. And, hopefully we can address that.
Well, I can talk about it now, Tim, if you'd like. Many trustees here, and I have talked about this for a while, the vehicle stickers are a little bit of a nuisance. People forget easily, and the compliance has always been a concern. I've heard estimates between 30 and 50% of the people who should have stickers don't. And it's just kind of the residents view it as a nuisance, and it's a huge amount of staff time and labor. So I've asked Larry during the budget to look at creative ways, and he's going to challenge his team to see if there's a way to eliminate the vehicle stickers completely. And look at, it is a revenue source. We can't just say we're taking out revenue. We have to do it responsibly in a way that protects seniors and vulnerable populations. But we are kind of looking at that, Tim.
And that's all I have.
Okay, thanks. Trustee Oliniechek?
Well, I do want to go a little bit into that because I too have received some phone calls and inquiries about why am I getting this? And when I explained to the residents that one of the most common complaints that people give with their vehicle stickers is, I've got my stickers and all you have to do is drive up and down the street and you'll see many people that don't have stickers. So our staff, under the finance, was directed to, well, Brian, do you want to go through the whole project of what you were directed to do?
Sure.
And how we came to this?
What we did is we took the state of Illinois database that Jesse White has for all vehicles that register with the state of Illinois, compared that to our database. And for some of the letters, there was differences in addresses, but to date, we've collected a little over $70,000. We still have 2 weeks left in this quote amnesty period. So from a standpoint of an annual basis, the benefit to the village is about $25,000 a year, because the 70,000 plus that we've collected, there's about 40,000 in penalties. So I think, and the cost of sending the vehicle stickers out was a little over, about $8,000.
And that was the letters, but the question that I have a hard time answering would be, well, I paid for a vehicle sticker, I live at the house, why did I get a letter that said that I didn't get my vehicle sticker?
And the reason for that is because when they filled out our form, the license plate was wrong, their driver's license was wrong. In every case that's happened, they just have to give us the letter and then check our database or try to update the state.
But does the resident physically have to come in, or can they?
No, if they read the letter, they just had to send the letter and put it in the night deposit box or mail it back to me.
Okay,
And if they don't own the vehicle, many times the state of Illinois shows them as still owning the vehicle, and at the bottom of the letter, all they had to say is, I no longer own the vehicle, sign it and send that back. They really didn't have to come to the village.
okay, because that's the main complaint that I'm getting, and I understand that.
Right, there's a difference, clearly there's a difference between the database the state of Illinois has and the database that the village of Oak Lawn has. And those differences many times are minimal. In the case of Tim Desmond, that's exactly what happened. So we'll correct either our database or we'll send a letter with all these changes to the state.
But isn't it safe to say that this is the first time that it was done, and we're ironing out some of the wrinkles in it, but overwhelmingly, the amount of money that we spent to get the letters out and the amount of people that hadn't been abiding by the law and had not been purchasing their stickers, how many total stickers have we sold since?
Well,
we
like I
started
said, it's about $25,000 in stickers, about an additional, now it's over $1,000 in new stickers people that hadn't bought. So, and again, it's an annuity for every year, so the net benefit to the village is over in excess of $6,000. And remember, these are the people that did not buy stickers that have vehicles registered in Oak Lawn.
Yeah,
So,
we understand that, but I think, when all this is over with, we'll have an idea. If we decide to eliminate them, we'll have an idea of how much revenue we need to generate somewhere else.
it's $900,000.
That's,
It's $900,000 that vehicle sticker brings in.
that was last year. But we don't.
Last year was about $850,000.
Okay.
Still,
So, but
talking about a big number.
right, but when everybody that didn't have their sticker pays for it after, by the time our,
It'll go from $850,000 to $900,000.
okay, and it'll give us an idea of how much we need to, alternate
Need to
revenue we need to
replace
generate.
$900,000.
Right,
I don't know how else to say it. $900,000 in a year where we have a lot of pensioners. So I'm all ears on how we're going to do it. We can raise property taxes, which I know this board has given me a directive not to do, and which we haven't done for the last 4 years. We can put it on a water bill, all of which I think are not really conducive to what the directive is this board's given me. So
okay.
It's a challenge.
But we could do better with making sure that the database is clarified. and
Absolutely.
Better
And this letter, just clear, I realize there is some, I also got a letter, 'cause my daughter lives in Bloomington, Indiana. So I mean, I'm not any different than the rest of you. And is there an inconvenience to that? Absolutely.
But hopefully it'll be a
The
one,
database will be cleaned up, and
Yes.
that's one of the reasons the letter is.
yeah.
This has never been done before. So I apologize to everyone that's inconvenienced, but there was no easy way to do it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Just real quick, the senior snow shoveling program, the registration for it starts October 17th. And that's Monday, this Monday. And if you're a person who needs, senior citizen who needs help removing their snow or shoveling their snow, you can call 499-7884 and leave a message with your name, address, and phone number. And this is just for registration. Or you can email at senior, SENIOR, shovel, SHOVEL, one word, senior shovel, at oaklawn/il.gov. That's if you want to register as a senior who needs help shoveling your snow. You have no other way of doing, getting your snow taken care of. If you would like to volunteer, you can call the same number, 499-7884, and then on that senior shovel at oaklawn/il.gov, you can register as a possible volunteer. What I've asked all of the trustees here, and all but one has gotten back to me about helping out with this program, is if they could help work in their own area. We average about 300 seniors in a year, that every time it snows, that we do everything we can to try to get someone out there on a voluntary basis to get their snow shoveled. Now, this is a 100% voluntary program. Just because you register, you are not guaranteed that you're going to have a volunteer that we match you up with. The whole idea of this is to try to get school students that would be interested in taking care of a property or properties in their neighborhood, or other volunteers from the village to help seniors in their neighborhood to be able to shovel their snow. The program starts December 1st, and it runs through, is this a leap year, the 29th of February? Or 1st of March, which last year we did get some late snow. So registration starts this Monday, 10/17, and it will finish on November 14th. So that gives us about 2 weeks to, as we're building up the database, match a volunteer with a senior. So as we start getting people who are volunteering and committing, then a senior will be called and notified if they have a volunteer or if they don't. So hopefully we can have a successful year. I know that last year it was a little rough. We didn't have as many volunteers as we've had seniors. And every year that we try it, it seems like we get less and less volunteers and more seniors. But I still believe that this program is a very good and viable program. And the way that I look at it is, if we help one senior through this that needed help, we've done a success. But we know in the village of Oak Lawn, we're much better than that. And I think that having all of the trustees working together for the seniors in our district will make a big improvement on our program. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you, and I'm sorry you said the snow word, but it happens, it happens. District 3.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Just for clarification on the vehicle sticker, if a resident did not receive notice that as we normally do, that they had their vehicle stickers were due by, July 31st, and they didn't get vehicle stickers, and then they got the letter saying that they didn't get, they had to pay a penalty of 4 times the cost of the vehicle sticker. Is that a fine that they have to pay, or is that something that there's amnesty?
Well, the penalty isn't 4 times, it's $50, okay, which is half of the ordinance that was passed by the board. So it's $25, it's $50 penalty, and I don't know how, it's their responsibility. They have a car registered in Oak Lawn to buy a vehicle sticker. That's what the ordinance says. So even though we try, I believe most of these people have actually received those notices. And with all due respect, the letter did what it was supposed to do, which is address the scoff laws and people that hadn't bought them. So I don't know what else to say. These are scoff laws.
All right, thank you.
That's it? Okay, District.
I'll touch a little bit on the vehicle tags too, Mayor. $900,000, $800,000 of our annual budget comes from the sale of vehicle tags. And for most of my police career, the only enforcement action fell upon the police department to go out and write tickets and find violations. which is really kind of a waste of a police officer's time. There's better things to do than go out and enforce vehicle tag violations. This concept that came about this year is to encourage the 20% of the people who do not buy their tags to buy their tags. If 80% do, the 20% should be held accountable without the police department spending a lot of resources to do it. I think the program, as you said, this concept has worked, okay, and these people tag. So I know we got a lot of complaints. I've got a lot of constituents upset when they got to pay the fine. But you know, they expire, you get 6 weeks of grace time, no penalty, no nothing, okay? So maybe next year we won't have to deal with tags and all this issue. And one other thing, Mayor, if I can, I have a community meeting Thursday at 7 p.m. That's the 13th. It'll be at Salem United Church, 9717 South Costner. I invite all 4th District residents, and for that matter, any resident who wants to attend my meeting, please show up. We will have presentations by the police department, and we will have our business licensing representative there to discuss businesses in Oak Lawn. Please make an effort to come. Thanks, that's all, Mayor.
Excellent, thank you. District 5,
Nothing at this time, thank you.
District 6.
Yes, Mayor, just to comment, Chris, thank you very much by filling in for Jane. You're doing a great job. With the vehicle stickers, I've gotten feedback as well on the vehicle stickers, and it's been positive in the sense that it's good we're talking about it, because several people have said to me, and I just got recent word, not just now actually, you know, that they've been paying and year after year, and they're familiar with a lot of neighbors and people that don't. So the letter, it's a good effort. It's good we're talking about it, and you know, I think hiding a tax, as was described to me by one of my residents, it's a bad move, I think, right now. But I think we should all departments should be looking for ways to raise revenue, but I don't know how we're gonna throw in another $900,000. It's incumbent upon all of us to be looking for that kind of money, but that's be interesting to talk about how we're gonna get $900,000 at budget time. That's all I got. Thanks, Mayor.
Excellent, thank you, very good. Item 8 is Village Manager's Report. Larry?
Mayor, I have no new items for you. Thank you.
Thank you. 9 tonight is, excuse me, Ordinance 16-1872, an ordinance amending Title III, Chapter 1, Section 6 of the Oak Lawn Village Code pertaining to revocation of licenses, permits, and business regulation certificates. May I have a motion, please, on 9?
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Thank you. Properly moved by Trustee Vorder,
Second,
seconded by Trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Stalker?
yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorderer?
Yes.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 10 is Village Clerk's Report. Chris?
Item A, disbursement resolution number 2016-19D, the approval of semi-monthly disbursements dated October 11th, 2016, in the amount of $6,219,108.29.
Thank you. May I have a motion, please, on item 10A?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Properly moved by Trustee Oliniechek,
Second.
seconded by Trustee Carberry. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Strike? Motion passes.
Excellent. Is that it? Okay, thank you. Boy, we're on 11 already. Village President's Report. 11A is Ordinance 16-1873, an ordinance amending Title III, Chapter 3 of the Oak Lawn Village Code by adding a new Section 22 entitled Video Gaming Cafes. I attended the meeting years ago. Well, let's take a motion first, please.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Properly moved by Trustee
Second.
Porter, seconded by Trustee Carberry. And as far as discussion, I just want to say, you know, I remember when the prior administration approved video gaming, the business owners in town came out in force and said, please help us, times are tough. And I'm sure that without that being approved, many of our mom and pop businesses and favorite places in town would not exist today. But gaming is big money, and since gaming was approved, I've looked up what has been wagered in Oak Lawn in particular. In Oak Lawn, $333 million has been wagered in these machines. If you break that down by person, it's about $57,000 per resident in the village of Oak Lawn since gaming was approved. That's for every man, woman, and child, $57,000. In August alone, 11.5 million was wagered in our village. We currently have 2 gaming cafes that were approved before the majority of this board took office, and weekly, just about weekly, we get inquiries on people who want to open a gaming cafe in Oak Lawn. And we've told the line and had no new gaming cafes. So what this ordinance before you does, it does not affect the 2 cafes that are already established. However, it will restrict new businesses whose sole purpose is gaming from opening in the village moving forward. And this is very positive. Not only will it support our brick and mortar businesses further, but it will raise the bar for new businesses that want to come into Oak Lawn by requiring them to be more. So I want to thank especially the Liquor Advisory Board and our legal team for their vision on this. And I think this is going to be a model for other communities who are challenged just like we are, and I just ask everyone's support on that. Any other discussion? Let's take the vote, please.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Strike?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. General village matters, go Cubs. Item 12, motion to adjourn.
All in,
To adjourn.
Properly moved by trustee Vorder,
Second.
seconded by trustee Stalker. Any discussion?
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. We are adjourned, and the time is 7:55 PM.
George.